Hackers are ready to hack your information, so let's do something about it. Members First Federal Credit Union is here to offer financial freedom by keeping your information safe. Garth Pricer is an information security officer and vice president of ITS. Oh, it seems like every week, new headlines about hacking. It's getting more and more sophisticated. You hear about breaches, you hear about ransomware. So you deal with these attacks like every single day. So what is your advice to us about keeping our information safe?
Amy, the unfortunate reality is there's a lot of these things that you can't control. Hackers are out there 24/7 making attacks against people on the internet. All you can do is focus on the things that you can control. That's why it's important to seize those opportunities whenever they arise. And one of them is securing your identity. Passwords are a huge part of that.
Oh, passwords. Here's the thing. We shouldn't reuse them, right? But
That's
it is
right.
hard to do. Walk us through the do's and don'ts of passwords.
You can't reuse passwords. If I were to pick the number one rule of passwords, it would be don't reuse them. The challenge with them is every time there's a breach and credentials are purloined by hackers, they reuse them against every other site they can find on the internet. Don't let them have a leg up in cracking your accounts. You have to use separate passwords.
But it's a pain.
It is a pain. They also have to be strong and unique. You can't the single biggest signifier of password strength is password length. Shoot for at least 16 characters.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot. Usually CA it has to be 8 characters.
8 is too short.
Yeah.
It really has to be 16. It's a hexadecimal thing.
Very good.
And the other thing I want to say about passwords is don't reuse them on any site. It's important enough to be 2 of the 3 rules in Password Club.
But how do you remember them all?
That is a challenge.
Yes, it's a real challenge. I kind of yell about it every day. Like, I can't remember which one I used.
You know, offices sometimes have lock boxes that they keep copies of all the keys to unlock all the desks and drawers in the building. You can have a similar concept with password management. They're called password managers, and they're like a vault. You can store all of those unique, strong passwords in. There are all kinds that you can download. There are some that are available on your iPhone and your Android for free. But the important thing is they have to be accessible to you. They'll even tell you if your credentials appear in a breach. Of course, if they're unique, that shouldn't be a problem.
Sure.
And then they'll tell you to go ahead and change them.
But can hackers get into that?
Theoretically, they could, but it's one place to strongly secure as opposed to many. And they probably have better security practices than just about anybody else in the industry.
Sure, I guess better than just writing them down in a notebook and carrying it in my pocket, right?
Yes, please, vastly better than that. Although my parents do that, I will admit.
Oh my gosh, so we have the strong, unique passwords. Anything else we can do to keep hackers away from us?
I appreciate that question because we like to take a layered approach in security. If one fail-safe falls, you want the next one to be able to take hold where it lapsed. So anytime you have a strong password, that's great, but try to take advantage of multi-factor authentication wherever you can. I know it's a mouthful, but it's multiple factors of something you know, like a password, something you physically have, like a smartphone or a token, and something you are, something biometric, like a face scan or a thumbprint. If a hacker gets your password, it's unlikely they're going to have your phone or hopefully your hand. So you're at least going to be safe that way.
Oh yeah, that's really good. Thank you so much. These are really good practical ways, even though maybe we don't want to do them. They are practical ways to keep the hackers away.
Yes, thank you. And I would also advise you to please download the Members First online digital banking app because it integrates with those password managers and with biometric features. So you don't have to have the hassle of retyping all of those long passwords all the time.
Yes.
Let the app do the work for you.
That is super helpful. Thank you so much. Good to have you with us here on the show. As we go to break, we thank Members First Federal Credit Union for sponsoring this segment. We'll be right back.